Right. Okay. Welcome everyone to the third community call. So we're going to go through what happened on the Hummingbot Foundation project on the last month and what's the state of the governance and community in general. And just to ask everyone, if you haven't already, please mute for now. And at the end of the call of the presentation, as always, we will have an open mic, so anyone will be free to join and ask questions or add any comments that you want. Pretty much anything you want to say, you'll be free to say after the presentation. Let me see. Why isn't it passing? Hold on. Okay. Here we go. Very good. First, before we start, a quick warning that we have seen some scam sites around talking about HBOT token sale. So it's really important that there is and there will never be a token sale of HBOT tokens. All the tokens that are still held by the Hummingbot Foundation will be distributed among the community through the various uh, programs, dev grants, and partnerships, anything related. So there isn't, and there will never be a token sale. So if you see anything related to it, please denounce and warn everyone else that this will never happen. So the goal of the foundation is to always increase the participation of the community and those that are part of it, building, creating, do everything in their power to improve the whole ecosystem of the Hummingbot community, right? So with that out of the way, so let's talk about the governance proposals, right? So what's the state of the governance proposals and what have been happening with them? So on March, we had a lot of proposals approved. So governance related ones. I'm not going into details about the pull request proposals because we have a lot of them daily. So it's a bit hard to keep up, but we are still trying to discuss internally the best way that we can handle the pull requests and reducing the slog, but still giving the power to the community to decide what goes inside the code base, right? So, quick walkthrough, the proposal approved. So we have Ethereum Portland that's going to happen at the end of this week. So we have 1 million HBOT allocated to a hackathon that's going to happen there. So if anyone is going to be there and developer is going to be part of Ethereum Portland, so make sure to check the hackathon is going to happen there. So you can get some extra HBOT tokens. So another approval and an important one was the approval of the technical review DAO. This is the first experiment we're going to do with sub-DAOs, where the goal is that we form smaller teams from the community and they will be self-governing. So the way they're going to work, how they're going to work, they will decide by whoever is going to be part of that DAO. And for this one specifically, the objective of this DAO is to review the pull requests as they are incoming, check the code, see if there is any problem on the code, and at the same time, try to explain what the pull requests are about, what they're doing, and try to give more information for those that are not developers to make a proper decision if they should approve or disapprove the pull request that's being created, right? We'll talk a bit more about it later, but let's go through the rest of the proposal. So we have another dev grant is about the new Gateway V2 connectors. And as I mentioned on the last community call, with the late development of gateway connectors is still in the hands of Coin Alpha. They are finished the initial version before they are merge into the Hummingbot, the foundation repository. So if anyone is interested on working on this dev grant, reach me out, and I'll direct you to the gateway team developers. We already have some developers from the community work on your gateway V2 connectors. And so if anyone else is interested on developing new connectors for the upcoming gateway V2, so please just let me know, and or anyone from the foundation, and we'll redirect you to the state, and to understand and get up to speed what's the state of Gateway V2. We probably expect by the end of the year, by not the end, but by the middle of the year, we are expecting to have it totally merge into the Hummingbot Foundation, the initial version of Gateway V2. So next one is the distribution of unclaimed HBOT tokens from the initial launch on Hummingbot Miner. So we had 11 million HBOT tokens that haven't been claimed, and as stated on the launch, those tokens that weren't claimed, they will be redistributed through the miner platform. So uh, as some of you have seen, it's they probably will start to distributing through the rest of the year. I saw a CoinAlpha announcement that they already started some of the distribution. Uh, I'm not sure I can say, but we also had another proposal approved earlier to allocate 5 million HBOT tokens also to the Hummingbot Miner platform. So we will have in total until the end of the year 16 million HBOT tokens to be distributed. So if you haven't started your bots to participate to Miner, check back the Hummingbot Miner and earn some extra tokens to provide liquidity to the projects that apply. Right, and the two last one is going to be a change on the governance. So we remove the 4-day spending period for PRPs. As mentioned initially, our idea was that we had these 4 days to uh, give time for the rest of the community to look into the PRPs, review them, and the developer that created it to change whatever would be needed. But we realized that this was kind of slowing down a bit the process, and some pull request proposals were missing the votes because eventually 3 days to vote was not enough. So all the pull request proposals are now going to be all the 7 days will be up for voting, but they also changed that once the pull request proposal is created, uh, you cannot change the pull request, right? Because or else we as the foundation will be able, we might have to cancel it because the initial code change that was proposed has changed, so a new vote will need to happen. Another initiative budget as it's a bit different from Dev Grant. So if you want to know the different, check the site, thehummingbot.org. We have more details how each one type of proposal works. So we have a 2 million HBOT allocation to external integrations of the Hummingbot client. So on this one, we are talking about tools that are not necessarily need pull request to the Hummingbot client repository. So this could range from anything from a dashboard for trading or integration with TradingView, as one of our community members is already working on, and anything that uh, can be created outside of the repository, but it still uses the Hummingbot uh, code base as a reference, as something that to information used from Hummingbot client, right? So as another possibility for the community developers to earn some extra HBOT tokens. Sorry about that. So we have 3 ongoing votes, so make sure to check them on our snapshot to give your opinion on that. So we have one that is to change all proposals to 7 days. So this would mostly change the governance, and I think the improvement proposals are still 14 days. I don't remember right now, but the idea is to have everything to only last for 7 days. So give your opinions there. And another one from this one is from the community is to match HBOT tokens to one reward. So I think it's 225k HBOT for this one. So basically there is a DAO on the Harmony that is working with improving liquidity. And the proposal is that we also add some HBOT tokens. So since it's a community DAO that's related to market making, so it kind of makes sense, I think, to have this participation for them too. So, and the other one is a bug hunt that we want to start trying. So as some of you might know, every month we have a release, and before the release is deployed, we have a phase that's called the staging, where the goal of that phase is to root out bugs and fix everything before the final release of the month. So we have this proposal that the idea is that the community could both find bugs and be rewarded just for finding the bugs itself on the staging branch, and also fixing bugs. So you don't necessarily need to be a developer to participate in this one. Just hunting for bugs and finding them and reporting them will already allow you to receive some HBOT as rewards. Okay, so now how are we already allocated? So on the first epoch, that's going to end at the end of June. So our goal is to distribute 30 million eligible tokens. So we have already approved 16.5 million and 1.225 million on ongoing proposals. So we still have 2.7 to 12.27, sorry about that, million HBOT tokens is still open for proposals. So as you saw on one of the proposals, this one was created by community. So if you want to have an idea for a dev grant, initiative budget, anything related to distribute tokens, so you always feel free to create governance proposals with allocations where the rest of the community will appreciate and vote and decide if the proposal is good or not. And we also on the page we have a resume of all the budget allocations that we have for each epoch. So if you want to check what's the state, so we try to keep this updated as much as possible. So related to the governance allocated budget, we already had some improvement proposals that have been approved, right? So related to the gateway connectors and to creation and improvement of strategies, these dev grants. So we have already four of the requests to receive HBOT tokens have been already approved. One small note here is that one of them, this one is not specified who is a developer, so anyone that wants to work on this one can just take the improvement proposal and work on it, create a pull request related to it, and receive the rewards, right? So the same is true to the rest of the community that are not developers, but they have an idea that could fit on any of the grant requests. So they could also create an improvement proposals to allocate an amount of reward token and ask around for developers to work on that proposal. Again, if it's good if any of you doesn't know yet how the process of the dev grants and requesting these HBOT rewards works, refer back to the hummingbot.org. On the governance section, we have everything detailed and explained. And as always, if anyone needs help with creating new proposals, feel free to reach our team, and we will help to write or draft the proposal anyone you guys want to create, right? So let's talk a bit about the technical review now, because this is going to be a bit of key part of the things we want to start working on with the foundation structure. Is that we are we already talk internally that one of the good ideas we are working on is to have a bunch of separate sub-DAOs where what the foundation role will be to allocate the budget, create the proposal to allocate the budget, and define what's the objective of the DAO and what should be the reports they should give back to the community. But the day-to-day, how they're going to work, how they're going to pay themselves, is going to be up to the members of each of the DAOs. So that's the whole base of this initial structure that we are working on. We don't have a date yet, but maybe on next epoch we could have something more solid, right? So the technical review DAO, the structure is that we have 2.5 million HBOT allocated. As I mentioned, self-directed and independent sub-organization. So anything that happens related to the work, sorry, to the work that needs to be done will be the members of the DAO that will figure out how the best way to work. And we had an election for it, so we have 5 members that were elected. So we have Mate, Abel, Wojak, Hollis, Roger, and List Chaos. And for this DAO, the term of the election will end at the end of Epoch 1, where we expect this experimentation to work. And we expect this on the Epoch 2, we still have this DAO up and running. And so we will probably have a re-election, so anyone will be able to reapply and try to become part of the DAO. So the responsibility of the technical review DAO is going to be, as I mentioned, reviewing common pull requests, add comments to the pull request GitHub on the GitHub page, so we can help report bugs beforehand during the development phase, and clarify what's the pull request about for the rest of the community, and also give a hand for the foundation QA on testing pull requests whenever they can. This is a bit secondary, but as much as possible, we will like to have the technical review DAO help with that. And also monthly, we are still don't have a format yet, but once a month, the idea is that the technical review DAO report back to the rest of the community, probably during the same time that we are doing this community call, to what they work, what have they done, how they are using the funds that have been allocated to them. So, and as I mentioned already, help community developers with technical information about the code base, right? So basically, developers, the rest of the developers, the community, we also expect the technical review DAO to answer questions on the developers channel and try to direct the rest of the developers community to solutions to whatever problems they're facing with improving our code base. So a quick recap of the release process, because as I mentioned, we have a proposal up for voting to reward bug hunts, bug findings, and bug fixes. So as always, we do have the process where we have the development branch. Once the development branch reach the end of the month, we create the staging branch. That's the release candidate. And once everything is tested and fixed, we go into the master branch. Note though is that every time we move this to the staging branch, we have a new release candidate and we have a new staging branch ready for testing. We create a thread on the Commonwealth forums with the staging branch as active, where we list all the pull requests that have been added to that staging branch. And the idea is that on this thread, anyone that is looking for participate on the future bug hunt and uh, and try to get rewards for finding bugs is to report everything they find here on this thread, so we can keep everything on the same place and make it easier to work, right? So we have another one. We still need to create the April thread, so we are just finishing merging the approved PRPs to the development, so we can create the April release candidate, right? So final, to close it up, quick reminder of the governance system. We do have the 3 snapshot pages, so make sure to check through all of them for new proposals. So we have the one that's related to governance proposals. That's the big decisions that we want the community to make, like board elections, governance changes, and use of the treasury, allocation of budget. And on the other extreme, we have the pull request proposals. So everything related to new code being submitted to the base needs to go through the PRPs. And on the middle, we have the improvement proposals, where we have the elections, we have the dev grant requests. Everything that's not on each of the streams is going to be improvement proposal, right? So as always, details on the hummingbot.org site. So we just a reminder, we also had a change on the governments last month, that we changed the minimum quorum to circulate and supply, so we will have less problems with proposals not reaching the quorum. And once a month, we're going to update what's the new circulate and supply. And so there's eventually the requirement for quorum will increase over time um, as we distribute more HBOT tokens to the rest of the community, right? So that was the foundation report for the community call. So right now we are open to the rest of the community to ask any questions, do any comments, any suggestions. So feel free to unmute yourself and say whatever you want.
Hi, I have a question.
Okay, sure. Who's talking?
My name is Al Khalifa.
Okay, hello,
So,
welcome.
hi. So my question is, are we gonna get another Hummingbot airdrop to liquidity miners at the Hummingbot website?
Yes, actually, Coin Alpha announced yesterday they started to distribute some more HBOT tokens, but it's not going to be retroactive, right? It's going to be forward. So to receive more as a liquidity miner provider, you need to start participating, moving forward to the campaigns. So if you check the Hummingbot Miner site, they already added the HBOT rewards. So not all of them, but some campaigns already are have the HBOT tokens added to the reward pool.
Right, but what about the period from January this year until yesterday when you launched this program? Like new miners didn't get the first airdrop, and for the time they were providing liquidity in Q1, we didn't get anything, right? So are we gonna get anything for that or?
No, no, we are not planning to do any more retroactive distributions, right? It's more moving forward distribution. So just need to start participating on the campaigns, and you will start receiving the tokens.
Cool. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Raghav,
Hey,
and I just wanted to know that if there are any other open positions coming up in the Treasury or the Business Development Department in Hummingbird.
you mean on any roles for to work on the foundation? Is that it?
Yes,
Not
yes.
not right now. We just finished completing our staff. So we actually added 2 new engineers and 1 administrative person. So at least not for now, we will not be hiring anyone. Uh, we might change this in the future, I think, though, but at least not probably not by the middle of end of this year. We might not be. I think the team is pretty much very complete, and we don't want to increase the team too much. so we don't have additional expenses. So we try to keep the team as small as possible. So most of the fees that we get from the partnership, from exchanges, we are able to redirect to the rest of the community.
All right, no problem.
Okay, next, anyone else? More questions? Mm, nope, no one else. Right, okay. So let's wrap it up. So, as always, a big thank you for everyone from the community. So this whole governance process is still new to not only for us, but I would say it's new to everyone that's trying to work on this governance on the space. So participation of the community is a big part of how we're going to evolve, and a lot of the ideas that we're trying to my work might not work, might not be the best one. So we are always looking into the rest of the community to talk to us, throw us ideas, and give suggestions of things we should try out to make the governance of both the code base and the rest of the community to make it better. So. And I guess that's it for the community call. So again, thank you everyone that joined. And as always, if we will post this community call on the Hummingbot YouTube channel. So if you want to get back to look at it again, or even present the community to the project to anyone else that you know, so feel free to do that. And that's it. Thank you all for coming. And last chance to ask questions or comments, or I will wrap it up for everyone.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. It's Sergey. So where I can check already existing connectors for Hummingbot? I mean, for version 2.
You mean for gateway?
Yeah.
Yeah, on that one, the best way will be to reach for Coin Alpha team. Uh, Let me see. Send me a DM later, so we can I can redirect you to the guys that from the Coin Alpha team to who are handling it, so he can give you a bit more details of what's going to be added on the first version when we do the merge the code into the main code base.
Okay. I have one more small question. So when Hummingbot would be ready for testing on version 2 gateway? I mean, because
Uh,
I would like to test it with my custom gateway.
yeah, you can already test. We have a branch on the Coin Alpha repository. That's where they are working and doing the updates. So you can use that branch to test and start building it. So yeah, I yeah, send me a DM. I'll send you the link to the branch, and who are the guys that we should talk to get more details on the gateway development.
So it's already wrapped up in some case.
Yeah. It's I would say my bet from the last time I talked to them, I would say it's about 89% finish, close to finish. So yeah, but it on the Coin Alpha repo, it's the most updated one. So will be the best place where you can start toying around and playing and start building your connectors.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay, awesome. Last chance. 1 minute to go. Anyone else? 3, 2, 1, and that's it. Again, thank you all for coming. And tomorrow we're going to have another call. It's from about the new connectors that we added to the to the Hummingbot code base, the CoinFlex connector. So if anyone is around, feel free to join us and be part again of these meetings that I always love to do. All right. Okay, guys. See you all. Thank you for coming and bye.